When Virat Kohli speaks, the whole world takes notice. When he opens up on certain things, it is the right time to reflect and also to analyze what he has said. Because remember, Virat Kohli speaks straight from the heart. He's blunt. He's absolutely straightforward in what his thinking is, what impacts him, what makes him happy. Every single thing Virat Kohli has he speaks his mind out in a very crystal clear way. Now, during the second season of the Royal Challengers Bangalore podcast, Virat Kohli was the guest. In that, he opened up on several things in his life. The big statement that he has made is on captaincy failure. Remember that term, captaincy failure. Was it indeed a failure? Maybe, maybe not. He also opened up on his demons that he encountered before that 2018 tour of England. Remember, 2018 tour of England forever sealed the debate that Virat Kohli was a performer in all conditions. But before heading that, he had to conquer a lot of mental demons. He also has said something very, very interesting, which is an eye-opener for cricket fans in India and all over the world. In this video, I will tell you I'll dissect the entire podcast and the quotes that Virat Kohli has said. The first major statement that he has made is on his captaincy. We all know that Virat Kohli was one of the best captains, if you have to look at it, in overseas conditions and maybe in bilateral events. Under his captaincy, India first won in Australia. India had a huge success rate when it came to tests and ODIs and T20Is. Close to 40 wins Virat Kohli had as a test captain. He won in all conditions. He asserted dominance at home in a big way. But is his captaincy term a failure? Maybe, because he did not win a single ICC event. That is the only stain that tarnishes his captaincy. But on that, Virat Kohli opened up in a big way. He said, I captained in the Champions Trophy 2017 final, 2019 World Cup semi-final, World Test Championship final and T20 World Cup 2021, where they got eliminated in the group stage itself. After 3-4 ICC tournaments, I was considered a failed captain. This is the term that Virat Kohli has said. After 3 to 4 ICC events, I was considered a failed captain. Is it justified that Virat Kohli, after having so much success in bilateral cricket against all opponents in their condition, you can exclude probably England 2018, South Africa 2017, that still remains the final frontier. But in all the other conditions, be it in white ball cricket, red ball cricket, as I said, South Africa and England, but in all the other cases, can you actually discount Virat Kohli's captaincy? That is a big debate. A tournament happens for a certain period of time, but a culture happens over a long period of time. And for that, you need consistency. You need more characters than just winning a tournament. What is the most significant thing that has happened in Virat Kohli's captaincy? The aggressive template, the aggressive attacking template that all our players follow even today. Look at the bowling unit. Prior to Virat Kohli's captaincy, we did not have an aggressive core fast bowling unit. In Kohli's time, we had Jasprit Bumrah, we had Mohammad Shami, we had Umesh Yadav, we had Ishant Sharma. At one point in time, Ishant Sharma, Mohammad Shami and Jasprit Bumrah were considered to be the de facto best trio in international cricket. Because of this bowling attack and because of the batting depth that India had, they could conquer a lot of teams in their own conditions. That is a template where we seem to be missing at this point in time, especially the consistency factor. What is the culture? The culture of the Indian cricket team under Virat Kohli was aggressive attacking cricket. However, that went missing on certain big days, and unfortunately those certain big days came in the semi-final and the final. But can you doubt Virat Kohli for that? You can't. Everybody contributes to the culture of a team. Everybody contributes to the build-up of a great team. That is why MS Dhoni's team was considered the best. Because there was a settled core, there was a culture where the seniors understood what the juniors wanted and vice versa. That is why they had experienced match winners played together. Something that Virat Kohli's team tried, unfortunately it could not happen. That is why this one thing, ICC events, 3-4 ICC events, he is considered a failed captain. But if you look at the broader picture outside of the prism of ICC events, Virat Kohli's captaincy is right up there with the best in the business. Now, you remember that there was a very lean period that Virat Kohli endured. 3 years. December 2019 onwards all the way until November 2022. We may say not November 22, maybe September 2022. Virat Kohli, after 1000 plus days, finally ended his century drought. And since then, in white ball cricket, he has been sublime. He's yet to regain that mojo in test cricket. But when he was down, and this is a statement that he repeated, that what happened. What is interesting is that throughout this phase, apart from Anushka Sharma, his wife, my childhood coach Rajkumar Sharma and family, who genuinely reached out to me, the one other person who reached out to him was MS Dhoni. And that is why Virat Kohli, the respect that he has got for MS Dhoni is paramount. Because MS Dhoni is a guy who lives in a bubble. He just does not come out in the open. Hardly he interacts with the media. He's a very private guy. But when he calls and gives advice, you do have to listen to it. Because if I call him on any random day, 99% he will not pick up. Because he just does not look at the phone. So for him to reach out to me twice was big. MS Dhoni indeed reached out to Virat Kohli and ensured that he was in the right mental space during his 3-year lean patch. And you're seeing the benefits now. He's in a much more freer space at this point in time. One of the things that he mentioned in the message was, when you are expected to be strong and looked at as a strong individual, people forget to ask how you are doing. That simplicity that MS Dhoni gave. How are you doing, boss? 3 words. That's about it. It can easily break the tension. It can easily break the ice it can easily burst the bubble. That you are under tension. What do I do? One simple message can really ease off that. And one more individual also helped him in that. I'll come to that later. Looking at Kohli's ICC tournaments, yes, that is a legacy that will forever be debated upon. But one thing he said about winning an ICC event, it is never easy. Because every team comes there to win, including India. What is the dynamic that India doesn't do well on the grand stage? Maybe in the semi-final. They'll dominate the league stages, but in the semi-final or in the final, they'll fall down. Virat Kohli has said, I won a World Cup as a player. Many people forget that. 2011, he was part of the squad that won the World Cup. I won the Champions Trophy as a player. Yes, his knock ensured that India at least got to 130. He made 42. I have been part of the team that has won 5 test matches. In his period, India were number 1 in tests for a long period of time. And even under MS Dhoni's tenure, for the first time when India won the test maze, he was there. He was not there, unfortunately, sorry. If you look at that point of view, there have been people who have never won a World Cup. Consider this fact, the likes of Rahul Dravid, the likes of Saurav Ganguly, they have never won a World Cup. Sachin Tendulkar, I'll come to Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar was playing in his 6th World Cup and that was the one he won. It is never easy to win World Cups. Yes, Australia, West Indies are the gold standard. They won it in 75, 79. Ponting's Australia won it in 99, 2003, 2007. 2015 also, they won it. But not every team can have that culture of winning. In India, where everybody is dissected because everybody plays so well, that is more often not, it can lead to a tightrope and it can lead to failure. Unfortunately for India, it's coming on that one big day. What about England? You remember that during Virat Kohli's peak years, 2014 onwards till about 2018, where he was dominating attacks left, right and center. One thing was like a thorn in his foot, and that was England. 2013-14, when he had gone for a 5-test series there, James Anderson had dissected his technique brilliantly. He got him out 5 times there, and Kohli averaged only 13.4 in that entire series. That was a massive scar. Wherever Kohli played, Australia dominated, South Africa dominated, New Zealand dominated, India dominated, all over Asia dominated, West Indies dominated. But the question remained, which he explicitly mentioned, and it's a wake-up call for all us fans. It said, from 2014 to 2018, I had performed in all conditions all over the world. But people held on to only one thing, and that was, what about England? For 4 years, from 2014 to 2018, Kohli was constantly questioned on that England failure. He said, because people would like to talk about it, and that is why conversation can only get going. It was only for the sake of conversation that people would often rake up his England failure. Then after that, he made one very interesting revelation. You remember in 2018, in order to encounter the swinging conditions, he wanted to go on a county stint, but that couldn't work out because of some operational logistical issues. He was very tense because he could not play county cricket. It was AB de Villiers who calmed him down. When he was playing for RCB, Virat Kohli was tense. He was wondering what to do because he was nervous that the county deal had not worked out. AB de Villiers just came up to him and said, this is not 2014 and you are not the same player you were in 2014. Genius often recognizes genius, and AB de Villiers' words ensured that Virat Kohli's 149 in Edgbaston laid the groundwork to erase every single doubt that players had or fans had about Kohli's capability in England. That England series in which he hit 149 countering the moving ball, yes, he was dropped on 22. A lot of things went right for Virat Kohli. It sealed the debate that he was an all conditions player. Now on being free, he is playing in a way now where there is maturity, where there is no sense of burden when he's playing. He's clear in his game, but somehow he tends to get out because of a lapse in concentration. He's saying, I've experienced a different kind of phase in my career currently. It's been a while since I felt this free in the sense how I felt all these years of playing at any level of cricket. Kohli has actually gotten that calmness mode in us. Yes, he's still hungry. He's calm now. He's not that aggressive 15-year-old Virat Kohli who just goes after the opponents. He goes after opponents, but in a very clinical and calm way at this point in time. So it was a very, very open exchange that Virat Kohli had. It's a lesson for all us cricket fans that yes, ICC failures can be countered, but can it define a legacy? We may have to think about that. Yes, Virat Kohli has been dominant as a captain, as with the bat and as his leadership skills across all formats in that brief period that he captained. Now, because he didn't win an ICC event, can you tarnish his legacy? Can you call him a failed captain? That is the thing that we have to all analyze. And remember, ICC events, it's just not possible to win it every single time. I'll end this video with just one interesting anecdote. When he was traveling on a flight from Kochi to Delhi, one corporate guy just came up to Virat Kohli. He said, "Oh Virat, I want you to see you score a century in the next innings." Typical fans, right? We Indian cricket fans, we want to see our heroes perform every single time. Kohli listened. Okay, fine. He told that guy, he had established a good rapport with that guy. He was a corporate guy. He told that corporate guy, in the next 3 months, looking at the way how you're communicating and looking at the way how you're working, I want you to be the chairman of your company. That guy asked, how is it possible? Virat Kohli smiled and said, exactly. It is not as if I'm playing a video game or that somebody is operating me. Every time I go out on the field, I want to give my best. 5 out of 10 times it doesn't come out, 5 out of 10 times it works. That is the simple facet of sport. You give your best, 99% of the times it can work well. If you are one of the most established cricketers, 1% you're bound to fail. Even the great Sir Don Bradman in his final innings went for 0 and his average didn't end on 100, it was 99.94. Virat Kohli is also one of the greatest we have ever had. He's also bound for a failure. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Press the like, comment and share button. We are also there on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.